Hey guys, this is Reneguinne, and today we're going to be drawing another Animal Crossing villager as a human. Today we're going to be drawing the lovely bear cub villager, Maple. Maple is probably to some considered to be the quintessential cottagecore villager. She's a cute brown bear and she fits into practically every aesthetic. I have an all pink island, so at first I didn't consider getting her, but it was love at first sight. I am obsessive over Maple. Ever since I met her, I spent every day taking pictures of her, screenshots, and decorating her yard for her. So for today's drawing, I wanted to draw a girl that's as cute as she is. At least that's the goal. So without further ado, here is my drawing of Maple as a human cottagecore cutie. Enjoy! At first, I didn't know what to do with Maple, so I designed a bunch of smaller versions of her to see if I would like any of them. I ended up choosing none of these because none of them really felt the cottagecore aesthetic I felt Maple represented. None of my sketches were working out, so I had to look at some cottagecore aesthetic for inspiration, and that helped me come up with a much better design for Maple. Funny enough, in the end, for my final version of Maple, not many of these photos really are representative in the final version, even though they were the inspiration for me to start designing her. My original design concept for Maple was a cute little village girl, very naturalish, inspired by Maury Kay, but I ended up ditching that for something more modern. And as you can see, I was having a really hard time drawing her. For some reason, I had an art block at this moment and could not draw anything. I eventually had to go and take out a piece of paper, draw it, and then redraw it on my phone, and import that sketch onto my iPad. It was pretty sad, but I eventually figured it out with a lot of trial and error. It was actually really frustrating to not be able to get it right on the first try. I felt like my drawing of Bob was so quick and fast, but this drawing of Maple just felt tedious because I couldn't get it right no matter what I did. Once I imported my phone sketch, I was able to get a much better grasp on what aesthetic I wanted to go for with Maple. I went with this kind of modern but still cottagecore aesthetic for her that's kind of similar to my real wardrobe because I myself have a skirt like this. It was fun for me to include a little bit of myself in this drawing, especially since when I drew Bob, it was something I would never wear in real life. Once I started the line art, that's when I felt my drawing really started to come together. I wasn't confident in the sketch, but by the time I got to the line art, I began to feel better about what I was drawing and I gained more confidence in it. Which was funny because in the Bob one, where I was having a lot of fun and just being Mimi and making jokes, I was pretty confident, and I think it's why I was able to make all those jokes and have fun laughing at myself. But for the Maple, it was genuinely very frustrating getting that done. Thankfully, the drawing turned out well in the end, and I ended up actually really loving this drawing once I got past that hurdle. I know I said I wasn't too confident, but at this point is when I started to really feel like maybe it's turning out better than I thought, and that's when I started having a lot of fun with Maple. My favorite part, the colors. I love colors. Anyhow, moving past that, as you can see, this is where I really started to have a lot of fun. I'm a hoe for colors, so wait, does that make me a Crayola?
Oh, you stink!
Okay, that's enough. Jokes aside, this is where I really started to have fun. I loved adding all the different shades of brown, and it felt so warm and cozy, like a warm autumn hug. But this was also where I felt frustrated that there was a large gap of space, so I tried to add in a texture, and I spent like 30 minutes trying to manually draw a sweater texture only to give up and just settle for stripes. So there's that. Honestly though, I'm glad I didn't keep that texture in. I sent it to a friend and they definitely told me how they felt about it, and it kind of knocked some sense back into me. So even though I did spend a lot of time on it, only to end up not using it, I'm glad that I at least finished with something that looked better as opposed to spending even more time on something that looked like a mess. Speaking of messes, y'all, that little Mabel head I was drawing over there, it's definitely started out as quite a mess. Thankfully, after some tune-up, it turned out alright and I was able to use it next to human Mabel. I don't know, I like to include like a smaller version of the villager just to kind of show like, yeah, this is that villager in case you were wondering. I don't know, little design aesthetic I like to add in. And for some of my final touches, I decided to go with some fall Animal Crossing items such as the pine cones and maple leaves from autumn. Well, maple leaves I chose because it's maple. It just felt like I had to. But the pine cones are just so cute and round, so I tried drawing my own version. I don't know, I had a lot of fun. Same with the trees. I felt like they really combined to make that fall aesthetic. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but here we are putting on the finishing touches. I am so happy with how she turned out. She ended up being so cute. And this is the final result. What do you guys think? Do you like her? Do you think it looks like Maple? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button or the like button. Your support really means a lot to me, and it will help me grow as an artist as I continue to do these Animal Crossing art videos. If you also like my art, you can also follow me at Reneguinne on Instagram. On my Instagram, I often post Animal Crossing, anime, and my favorite video games. So if you like any of that stuff, make sure to take a look. Before I end this video, I want to say make sure to go check out Afro and Eeyore on SoundCloud. They're the ones who made this amazing music you hear, and please support them if you're able to. With that being said, have a good day, take care, and for those of you celebrating the holidays, happy holidays. Bye everyone!